Eliminate entitlement. It's a disease that will ruin your life, gentlemen. What does entitlement mean? Let's define it. The belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment. A lot of guys today are naive to the realities of life. Life won't just give you what you want because you believe you're a good person. I've got a good heart. I've got a heart of gold, Ali. I don't mean any ill to anybody. That's not how it works. You get what you want by being fucking good. People have forgotten about that. You don't get what you want because you feel like you deserve it. No, you actually have to prove you're fucking good enough to get it. Create enough value to warrant that financial reward. It's why I find it funny when people say, how comes this football player is getting paid 300,000, 400,000 a week? So, are you not paying attention to the real world? You're living in a box. You're not looking beyond the box that you're in. Value is tied to, compensation is tied to value. The more valuable you are to the marketplace, the more you will get paid. And I know some people look at some of the public figures out there and they're like, well, this person isn't particularly talented. Well, there is a talent that you may not perceive as a talent. People that are able to get attention, regardless of how intelligent they may be in your eyes, if they're able to get attention and able to monetize that attention, then they're actually good at doing that. That's a skill. You know, the Kardashians as an example. Do I think that they are remarkable human beings who have changed the way millions of people around the world live and impacted society? Not particularly, no. Are they very fucking good at getting attention and converting that attention into money? Yes. Hence why they have millions of cult followers that will buy anything that they sell. Anything. I mean, they could come out with cups tomorrow labeled Kardashians or whatever. People would buy it. They'd make millions overnight. Anyways, I digress. The point is this. Life won't give you what you want just because you want it. You have to go out there and bust your ass to get it, man. Wake up early, stay up late. And you know what? Just because you try, it doesn't mean you will win. That's another thing you have to come to terms with. You could do everything right and still lose. That's just the way life is. Brutal. Yep, I agree. But that's just the way it is. You have to accept the way it is. It doesn't mean you like the way it is. Accept it. I just remember, every experience that you go through teaches you something. Just because you started a business 5 years ago and you didn't make much money and you had to close it, it doesn't mean you lost. No. You grow through what you go through. Every experience I've been through has been valuable. Does it mean every experience has been profitable? No. However, I have stories to tell as a result of the experiences I've been through. You learn, and then eventually you take off the L and you start earning. Eliminate this mentality of, by 30, I have to be. Don't focus on an age. It's good to be ambitious and think ahead and want the best for yourself. But your focus should be on the value that you provide to the marketplace and not when you'll be rich. Because if you're just focusing on when you'll be rich, you're not focusing on the process. You're skipping the process and you're looking at the end. Now, you can set an ambitious goal and start working backwards, but don't be attached to the time that that goal will be accomplished. Because if you don't accomplish it by that time, which, if I'm honest with you, is the majority of times. I spoke to somebody once, very successful entrepreneur. He told me, Ali, the time you think it will happen is not usually when it happens. There's usually a delay. It's like construction projects. You know, you can say this project will be finished in a year. Sometimes because of supply issues, whatever, it may take a year and a half. And that's okay, by the way. If you're truly immersed in the process of what you're doing, then a slight delay won't bother you that much. Now, this is why I always talk about reviewing what you do. Journal. Because when you journal, you're able to identify mistakes along the way, correct them. I do agree that sometimes you can unnecessarily delay your success. However, in most cases, success just takes a little bit longer than we expect, and that's all right. Remember, it's not just the goal. What's far more important than achieving the goal is the person that you become in the process. The man that you become. So, fall in love with the work. Roll up your sleeves. Get dirty. Learn from your grandparents, from your father. You know, some of you guys have great examples living with you. You don't give your dad enough credit. Learn from him, man. Especially if he's a hard worker and he wakes up early in the morning, he's out the house, he comes back late. I know some of us, we wished that our fathers spent more time with us growing up. But sometimes they just had to do what they had to do to support the family. Learn from that. Okay? I give my dad a lot of credit for implanting this work ethic in me. Since I was a young boy, I'd always see my dad waking up really early, leaving the house, coming back late. Sometimes he'd be away for a couple of weeks for business, comes back. And it was always to make sure that the family was good. And he'd always tell me this: I just want you guys to live a comfortable life, and I got to give him props. Didn't moan once. I've never seen him complain once. Well, why can't I just... Never. Never. He embraced his masculine duty. And I want you to embrace your masculine duty. Stop looking for the easiest way to make money. I want a financial hack that can pour thousands of dollars of passive income into my account every week without doing anything. What does that sound to you? Sounds too good to be true, right? And it is. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. That's one of those pop-ups that you see on like a dodgy website. If you know what I'm saying, right? Except we don't watch those dodgy websites anymore. But you get the fucking point here. All right? We want to do real work. Now, I don't mean that real work is a job necessarily. However, keep your job. I am absolutely pro-jobs on this channel. Especially if you want to be an entrepreneur, because you need the stability of a 9-to-5 income to fund your entrepreneurial dreams. You know, most of these CEOs, they came from corporate backgrounds. These founders, they worked somewhere before. It's very rare that these founders began at 21 having never worked a job before. There are some people like that. And a lot of these people maybe were supported by wealthy parents. However, in most cases, these founders and co-founders that you see, they came from a corporate background. Don't trash jobs, man, because one day you're going to employ some people. And imagine they discover some of your videos trashing jobs. Oh, 9-to-5 suck. It's for the brokies. I'm sure they won't feel inspired working for somebody like you. You know, and I'm just realistic. I know not everybody will be an entrepreneur, and that's okay. We need people to be great in their various disciplines. And I'll tell you this as well. It's a lot harder being an entrepreneur than it is working for somebody else. A lot harder. The headache is so much bigger than being an employee. Because being an employee, you leave that shit at the office. Somebody else handles the problems. When you clock out, you clock out. But when you're an entrepreneur, you're thinking about this 24/7. This is what you eat, live, breathe, everything. The buck stops with you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You make the executive decisions. On the other hand, if we talk about the pros, it's beautiful. Yes, it's harder, but it's way more rewarding. As a result of your entrepreneurial spirit, you have directly been able to employ maybe 10, 15, 20 people. You enable 20 families to eat and thrive. That's a great feeling. All right, so let's get back to the original point of this video. Stop being entitled. Do the work. And I'll also add this. Entitlement also seeps into relationships. A lot of young guys today feel like women should like them for who they are. It's like, well, no. A woman shouldn't like you for who you are. If you're fat and broke, you're doing things wrong. That's a sign of neglect. And it's not fair on the woman to be with a dude that doesn't take care of himself. Because she will think at the back of her mind, if he doesn't take care of himself, how's he going to take care of me and our potential kids in the future? He's a child, and no woman wants to be your mother. So take care of yourself, man. At least your fucking health to begin with. That doesn't cost a penny to fix. You can run. Do push-ups, pull-ups. Come on, man. And then your finances. Get them in order. Get a regular income coming in. And then start thinking of ways to make more money. That makes you more attractive. Fellas, women aren't attracted to the money in of itself. I know a lot of my friends that are in relationships with women that love them. And my friends aren't necessarily rich. But they take care of the household. They pay the bills. They occasionally go on holidays. They take care of themselves, most importantly. And that's what the woman loves to see. So take care of yourself. All right? Embrace your masculine duty. Work hard. Stop looking for passive income hacks. Put 5 years into something, especially if you're 18, 19. The fuck are you rushing for? People study for 7 years to begin working as a junior doctor. And then another 5, 6, 7 years to start earning a good income. And you want a 90-day e-commerce hack. Come on, man. Get it together. Embrace the work. All right? Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think down below. Leave a comment. Give this video a like. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. See you in the next one.